Hello, I'm Artifacts from Mars. This is the Red Weed Part 2 from Spirit Soul 1192. We're going to move really quickly through this video. There isn't a lot of really extraordinary things in this video, but there's some interesting anomalies. One interesting plant is just flagrantly obvious, so we're going to move really quickly. I'm going to show some things and hopefully get some people to help out with analysis on this. First up is the original photo. Soul 1192 is the one that has some ruins in it. It's ruins that I want to get to, so I need to get past the plants and get started on those. Very fascinating. Okay. Like I said, here's the original photo. You can see the ruins on the right side of the photo. We're going to go over those in some detail, but later, and I have a little surprise for everybody who bears with me. Okay, here's a small plant at the base of those other plants with the long stems I mentioned. This comes down to a very tight little crown. Perhaps a grassy weed. That's one of the better ideas that I have about it. Definitely a plant that kind of almost leans up against those others. I don't know if they're related or not. Well, I kind of doubt it. Next up, we're going to look at a series of objects which look like small skulls. One of them looks almost like a shell. There's number one. The pointer is pointing right at it. The eye holes, as it were, are vertical rather than horizontal. Number two's coming up. The eye holes on this one are horizontal, and if that's what they are, pointer points right towards them. Difficult to see. I know these objects are tough, but bear with me. And there's number three. It's even tougher to see. It's kind of under some other rock there, a little bit. Number four is a shell-like object coming up shortly. We're moving really quickly through this because I want to get to studying the ruins there. There's the shell-like object, tip of the pointer. It may actually be similar to other things, I'm not sure. Interesting. Definitely a result of life. What exactly they are, we won't know until NASA fesses up. Alright, anomalous objects, small plants and stuff all through here. Nothing too remarkable. Pointer's going to move a number of times. More anomalies over there. And pretty much judge for yourself. Okay, that has a plant-like, almost a leaf-like object. I'm not 100% certain it is a leaf. It could just be an ordinary rock in this case. I'd be willing to concede that. There's another one very similar to it. Okay, up here on the ridge we have some fibrous stuff. They look a lot like plant roots. That's what I believe they are. Quite possibly. There's something that goes through that soil. It's very fibrous. Definitely organic, I would say. Another look at it. Over there. Interesting once again. It, isn't the greatest of photos, so we're going to move real fast through it. There's another one. And we have a little trail at the end of this video that I'm going to show. Maybe somebody with Photoshop or some advanced program like that can help me out with it. And here's another interesting object. I'm not sure it's 100% organic. It may actually be artificial. There's some lattice work that appears to be in there. Alright, at the pointer, we have a vine-like plant. If you look really closely, you can see it. Almost looks like a long skeleton, but I actually believe it's a vine. Definitely not a rock. I mean, rocks don't form like this. It has very jagged edges sticking out. Alright, this is another view of the backfield. I've enhanced it so we can see the literally hundreds of stalks of plants in the backfield. Fascinating to look at them. And in the distance, we can see how we don't have a flat hillside at all. We have a very rough hillside and very bushy, as in many, many bushes and possibly small trees too. Okay, we're going to start with a little trail that I mentioned. It's mostly transparent. I found it by accident. I wasn't looking for it. And it's not laying on the ground. It actually goes in front of rocks in the camera view. And I have been unable to identify this, although it's quite real. I'm hoping that somebody out there with an advanced program can help me out with this one, because I just don't know. And it's going to be tough to bring it out, because it's mostly transparent. If anybody out there can help me out with that, show that in more detail, that would be super. Because we would have another thing that we could show the public, where we're going to say, yes, this is wrong. This is not supposed to be here. And so forth. Okay, well, I'm going to conclude this video. I am Artifacts of Mars. I approve this video, and I ask the public's help in demanding the truth about Mars. We have not been told the truth. They are lying. They know it. You know it. I know it. But we have to tell the public. I'm Artifacts of Mars. Bye now.